just before dawn on January the 9th, 2012. Two thieves slipped into the National Gallery in Athens through an unlocked balcony entrance. Having drawn security away from the paintings by setting off alarms at several locations throughout the museum, security footage shows the pair swiftly stripping the paintings from their frames. A sensor was tripped in the exhibition area, but the guard arrived in time only to catch a sight of the silhouette of a man fleeing from the building. He gave chase, and a fourth painting, a landscape by Mondrian, slipped from the perpetrator's grasp. Two Albanians were arrested and convicted for the heist, but the real identity of the mastermind behind the heist remained a mystery until the 29th of July, 2021. For 9 years, Head of a Woman had lain hidden in the home of a self-described art lover alongside Stammer Windmill, a work by the Dutch painter Piet Mondrian, also stolen during the overnight raid on the 9th of January 2012. Fearing authorities were about to trace him, the thief transferred the priceless pieces to a warehouse before concealing both in protective wrapping and hiding them in a gorge southeast of the capital in the spring. In custody was not a gang of thieves who planned a Hollywood-style heist, but a 49-year-old construction worker with the Twitter name Art Freak. The theft appears to have been years in the making, as an obsession with art morphed into something criminal. The suspect, who was remanded to police custody after appearing before an investigating magistrate, is reported to have told the police that he had always been interested in art. Comments that the suspect made to investigators were leaked in the Greek news media, and the suspect's lawyer, Sakis Kehagioglou, confirmed that what has been published is what his client told the police. The suspect detailed his bold, one-man break-in, telling the police, "In 2012, I entered the National Gallery and got 3 paintings," according to the leaked comments. He said he deeply regretted his actions, which weighed on his conscience and left him sleepless. The 3 artworks were Picasso's Head of a Woman, a 1939 work that the Spanish master later dedicated to the Greek people for their resistance to the Nazis; Stammer Windmill, a 1905 work by the Dutch painter Mondrian, and a sketch by the 16th century Italian artist Picasso. The Picasso sketch was damaged during the robbery and discarded, the suspect told the police. A state report found that the National Gallery security had not been upgraded for over a decade, with the then police minister calling safeguards non-existent. Several areas in the museum were out of range of security cameras, while the alarms were faulty and prone to randomly ringing. In addition, the gallery had a reduced security presence at that time, owing to a 3-day staff strike. The theft, at the height of the Greek debt crisis, was followed a few months later by another high-profile robbery of nearly 80 archaeological artifacts from a museum in Olympia dedicated to the ancient Olympic Games. The items were recovered several months later. In the coming days after recovering the paintings, the Greek police were showing off. They had solved an art heist that had flummoxed the nation for nearly a decade. The police summoned the press, as they tend to on such occasions. In a video of their news conference, we see 2 men staging the paintings, small works that look flimsy without their frames. They are balanced side by side on a thin ledge, leaning back against a short barrier, like cutting boards slanted against the side of a refrigerator. Then, suddenly, the Picasso begins to slip. This has the slow motion feel of any imminent disaster, though it's happening quite quickly. The angle of the canvas shifts, then the artwork slides rapidly off the ledge and onto the floor. There is an instant of suspense. Is it broken or torn? Before a man wearing a mask but no gloves stoops down and picks the painting up. fingers on the canvas, flipping it over and returning it to its perch. Ironically, at the exact moment it fell, the Greek culture minister said, "This painting is of particular importance and sentimental value to the Greek people." Immediately after the snafu at Greek police headquarters, the Greek internet began trolling the police for mishandling the painting and allowing it to drop on the floor. Plesio, an office supply company, created an ad campaign that portrayed the Picasso painting on an easel with the words, "We support whatever has value." The company added a hashtag, which has gone viral on Twitter in Greece, that says, "It will never fall." Another funny poke at the police, which has been shared thousands of times on Twitter and Facebook, is a cartoon that shows the painting on a table at police headquarters with a souvlaki with tzatziki spilling out of the top, a frappe coffee and other items laying on top, with the caption, "Hey Bobby, grab a Picasso so we can show it to the journalists." Fortunately, the iconic painting seemed to have not suffered any visible damage.